Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to this video. Today we're talking about the Glock 19. Is this something you should buy in 2024? Recently, a friend of mine asked me if he were to get his first handgun. This is someone who's been a hunter his whole life. He's been exposed to rifle usage a lot, and I want to steer him in the right direction. If I were to pick up a handgun, which would be the best option to go with, especially if this was my first and potentially even last handgun. Kind of as a video essay and a response to that question. Don't worry, I'm not that weird friend who doesn't actually like text back or talk to his friends. Instead, I send them links to my YouTube videos. That'd be funny. But I just thought that this information might be applicable to you guys out there wondering the same question. So if you guys are familiar with the channel, which by the way, if you're not, don't forget to subscribe while you're at it. I appreciate 2011s. I can't call myself a connoisseur because I'm too poor to have more than one. And the one that I do have is on the budget friendly side, but I appreciate the performance that a 2011 allows you to kind of tap into. However, if I were to only have just one handgun, it wouldn't be a 2011. As our country and even world grows more uncertain by the day, the one tool that really stands out to me as essential for personal protection is truly the Glock 19. And speaking of dead reliable tools that you can trust and that offer peace of mind, I'd like to move on to today's sponsor. Technology and with it convenience are both a gift and a curse. Now that everything is so easily accessible online, so too is your personal information. Identity theft is a very scary but realistic thing that could happen to anybody. After you're done watching this video, I would encourage you to maybe do a quick search online of your name, and you might be surprised and scared to find just how much of your information is publicly accessible online. Even scarier, I wasn't able to find very much on myself after doing a similar search online. And so I thought, oh great, you know, I'm safe and protected. But because my name is so common, I was just dead wrong. It turns out that data brokers sell your info to spammers, scammers, and anyone else out there who could have every intention of targeting you. I'm talking name, emails, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all fair game. That's why I've chosen today's sponsor, Aura. They reveal how many data brokers have my information and automatically submit opt-out requests on my behalf. Aura not only helps reduce the amount of annoying spam messages that I get, but they also protect me from hackers who could tap into my social media accounts, bank account, and other personal information. A recent story that you might have heard of is that over 73 million AT&T customers, both former and current customers, their information and data was released onto the dark web. I myself have never felt more at ease being ripped off by Verizon. AT&T recommended for those impacted that they use and change to strong passwords, monitor their account activity, and consider credit freezes and fraud alerts from the credit bureaus. Well, Aura just does that for me. And best of all, I don't have to reallocate my valuable time to trying to set these things up for myself. If I was an AT&T user and my info had gotten leaked out there on the dark web, I wouldn't really need to worry or stress about it because Aura is always on, always working to protect my information and my identity. Here on the channel, I'm not a huge advocate of outsourcing you and your family's security. However, the digital world is a completely different animal, one that I know very little about. I trust the experts over at Aura and value my privacy. If you value yours, go to aura.com/KoreanMarksman to start your free 2-week trial today. The link is also in the description below. I'm not a Glock fanboy, but I have this 19C right here, as well as this 48 MOS, which I will be doing a video on later because they have some similarities that I really want to talk about, and I'm kind of irrationally excited about the 48, but that'll be for another video in the future. I think everyone should have and own a Glock 19 of some variety, some variant. And the first reason and the primary reason is built around their reliability. Like a Toyota, you can neglect the absolute out of her and she will still run. Don't let the plastic body fool you. Because of that, military and law enforcement agencies all over the world have adopted the late Gaston's beloved 19 for really hard use. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. If you want to think about kind of as a flow chart, reliability breeds widespread adoption. Widespread adoption breeds parts availability, serviceability, and upgradability. Because you can find a Glock 19 just about at any shop, any range, any company that has upgrades and aftermarket parts, you're gonna be able to find parts for the Glock 19 or just straight up Glock 19s on the shelves. Even if you are able to break your gun, these things can take absolute brutal amounts of rounds through them. before having to replace anything like the barrel or the striker or the recoil springs. But if you are able to bust something on it, you can very, very quickly and easily find that spare part in a gun store or online and just drop it in. It's like Legos. I mean, you can just, unlike 2011s where you have to do hand fitment and really take a look at the tolerances and the fit and finish of how the part's made up to your specific gun, you can just take a new trigger, drop it in. You can take a new barrel, drop it in. You don't have to think about how an OEM replacement is going to impact the reliability of your gun. If you're going aftermarket, you do have to start to think a little bit about whether that upgrade or the performance gain is going to be worth the potential hit to reliability. I think I've done just that with the way that I've built out this Glock, and I can talk a little bit more about it. It's basically a do-it-yourself Glock 19, the Terran Tactical Terminalist Glock 19 package, but I don't know if you guys are all that interested in hearing more about what I've done to this. Leave a comment below if that's something that you do want to see in the future. Yeah, when it comes to upgrades, getting your Glock Gucci'd out, they were really the first to the party when it comes to upgrading a handgun. You can do things like optic cuts, porting the barrels, recoating the slides, getting different color barrels, upgraded iron sights, better triggers. Even the Glock performance trigger, which I have coming in the mail, is an OEM upgrade that you can throw into your Glock. Base pads, mag wells, magazine extension, ambidextrous controls. There's so many things you can do to the Glock in the upgrade, in the aftermarket, that have really been brought on because of Glock themselves. And again, I'm not a Glock fanboy. I'm just stating the facts here. If civil unrest led into a more serious decline, I wouldn't venture off into the unknown with any handgun other than my 19. I love my Springfield Prodigy. I love all the time, care, and attention that I've put into hand fitting and upgrading it to get it to a reliable point. I just couldn't trust it. Even my SIG has had a few issues with light strikes or stovepipes. They're not common, but Glock has just built such a freaking proven platform, and they've repeated it over and over throughout the different generations that they have and throughout the different models that they have. They don't change things. And there is something to be gained by that. I just need to know that it's gonna work every single time. The Glock conceals well enough, shoots well enough, and has a round capacity that serves most situations well enough. Arguably, and despite this channel's history, handguns aren't necessarily the platform to get super creative with when it comes to upgrades, modification, then kind of gaming out different use case scenarios with. They're super cool, and it's great to have one gun for home defense, one gun for concealed carry, one gun for winter carry, one gun for fall carry, one gun for warming up at the range, one gun for competition, one gun for shooting bears out in the middle of nowhere. You can really go crazy with handguns, and I don't think it really serves you all that well to do so. The cost benefit of having so many different handgun platforms that you have to kind of micro adjust to when you're shooting them are more marginal when it comes to handguns than when you look at a rifle platform. So potentially save the crazy customization and diversification for your AR-15 platforms, as well as just branching out into different long guns. Start with a Glock 19, and if it's leaving some things to be desired, this is America. You can certainly branch out from there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you agree with this, or if you have some hurt feelings because you're a SIG fanboy. Curious to know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. And I apologize, I know I haven't been giving Glocks the love that they deserve, but also that they can get a little too much. So we're gonna be talking about some Glocks here in the future on the channel. I'm gonna shut up. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for stopping by.